This then was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah, by their families, even to the border of Edom. The wilderness of Zin southward was the othermost part of the south coast. And their south border was from the shore of the salt sea, from the bay that looketh southward. And it went out to the south side, to Maale-akrabim, and passed along to Zin. And ascended up on the south side unto Kadesh Barnea, and passed along to Hezron, and went up to Adar, and fetched a compass to Karka. From thence it passed toward Asmon, and went out unto the river of Egypt, and the goings out of that coast were at the sea. This shall be your south coast. And the east border was the salt sea, even unto the end of Jordan. And their border in the north quarter was from the bay of the sea, at the uttermost part of Jordan. And the border went up to Beth Olga, and passed along the north of Beth Araba. And the border went up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. And the border went up toward Debir, from the valley of Achor, and so northward, looking toward Gilgal. That is before the going up to Adumim, which is on the south side of the river. At the border passed toward the waters of En-shemesh, and the goings out thereof were at En-rogel. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnom, unto the south side of the Jebusite. The same is Jerusalem. And the border went up to the top of the mountain that lieth before the valley of Hinnom, westward, which is at the end of the valley of the giants northward. And the border was drawn from the top of the hill unto the fountain of the water of Nephtoah, and went out to the cities of Mount Ephron. And the border was drawn at Baalah, which is Kiriath-jearim. And the border compassed from Baalah westward unto Mount Seir, and passed along unto the side of Mount Yarim, which is Kesalon on the north side, and went down to Bethshemesh, and passed on to Timnah. And the border went out unto the side of Ekron northward, and the border was drawn to Shikron, and passed along to Mount Baalah, and went out unto Jabneel, and the goings out of the border were at the sea. And the west border was to the great sea, and the coast thereof. This is the coast of the children of Judah, round about according to their families. And unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh he gave a part among the children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, even the city of Arba, the father of Anak, which is Hebron. And Caleb drove thence 3 sons of Anak, Seshai, and Ahiman, and Talmai, the children of Anak. And he went up thence to the inhabitants of Debir, and the name of Debir before was Kiriath-sepher. And Caleb said, He that smiteth Kiriath-sepher and taketh it, to him will I give Akash my daughter to wife. And Othniel the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him Akash his daughter to wife. And it came to pass as she came unto him, that she moved him to ask of her father a field. And she lighted off her ass, and Caleb said unto her, What wouldest thou? Who answered, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a south land. Give me also springs of water. And he gave her the upper springs, and the nether springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah, according to their families. And the othermost cities of the tribe of the children of Judah, toward the coast of Edom, southward were Kabzeel, and Eder, and Jagar, and Kinnah, and Damona, and Adada, and Kadesh, and Hazor, and Ithnan, Ziph, and Telem, and Bealoth, and Hazor Hadada, and Kiriath, and Hezron, which is Hazor, Amam, and Shema, and Malada, and Hazargada, and Heshmon, and Bethpelah, and Hazarshul, and Beersheba, and Biziothia, Baalah, and Lim, and Azem, and Eltalad, and Kessel, and Hormah, and Ziklag, and Madmannah, and Sansana, and Laboath, and Shilhim, and Ain, and Ramon. All the cities are 29, with their villages. And in the valley, Eshtaol, and Zorah, and Ashna, and Zanoah, and Enganim, Tapua, and Enam, Jarmuth, and Adullam, Soko, and Azekah, and Sharaim, and Adathaim, and Gedera, and Gadarathaim, 14 cities with their villages, Zinon, and Hadasha, and Migdalgad, and Dilian, and Mizpah, and Joktheel, Lachish, and Bozkath, and Eglon, and Kaban, and Lamam, and Kithlesh, and Gederoth, Beth-dagon, and Naamah, and Makkedah, 16 cities with their villages, Libnah, and Ether, and Ashan, and Jiphthah, and Ashna, and Nezib, and Kala, and Achzib, and Maresha, 9 cities with their villages, Ekron with her towns and her villages, from Ekron even unto the sea, all that lay near Ashdod with their villages, Ashdod with her towns and her villages, Gaza with her towns and her villages, unto the river of Egypt, the great sea and the border thereof, and in the mountains of Shamir, and Yatir and Soko, and Anna and Kiriathsana, which is Debir, and Anab, and Eshtemoh and Anim, and Goshen and Holon, and Gilo, 11 cities with their villages, Arab and Duma, and Ashin, and Janim and Beth Tappuah, and Aphekah, and Hamta and Kiriath Arba, which is Hebron, and Zior, 9 cities with their villages, Maon, Carmel, and Ziph, and Yetta, and Jezreel, and Yokdeam, and Zanoah, Cain, and Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages, Hahol, Bezer, and Gedor, and Ma'arath, and Bethanath, and Eltekon, 6 cities with their villages, Kiriath Baal, which is Kiriath Yarim, and Rabbah, 2 cities with their villages, in the wilderness Beth Araba, Middin, and Sekakah, and Nibshan, and the city of Salt, and En Gedi, 6 cities with their villages. As for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Judah could not drive them out, but the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah at Jerusalem unto this day.